Jimmy Hamilton Memorial Shield is presented in memory of our 1974 Lord Cornet and is awarded to the best turned out young rider and pony in this evening's processions. I'm now delighted to announce the winner was Natasha Connor and her horses Dino. Natasha. While we're trying to find the trophy, I'll just announce in second place was Enya and the Knight, and in third place was Cassie Reed. Just say I came off quicker than that 20 minutes ago, but didn't mean to. Deputy Lord Lieutenant, Provost of South Lanarkshire, distinguished guests, ladies, gents, boys, girls. As Chairman of the Lanark Committee, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here tonight. On behalf of the Lanark Committee, the Cornets Club, the Lord Cornet Ian Hughes, and the Lord Cornet-elect Gary Winning. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our 2017 Lanark Queen, Niamh Jock. Niamh, step forward please. Niamh, thank you for the excellent way that you have carried out your duties for the whole year. To our crowning lady, Lee Barry. Lee, if you can step forward. Lee, we hope you have an absolutely magnificent time in Thursday, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your full week. Can I now introduce you to our Lanimer Queen-elect for 2018, Anna Martin. Anna, step forward. Anna is a pupil of Lanark Grammar School, and Anna, we wish you and the whole Lanimer Corps for a very, very special day on Thursday. Thank you. 50 years ago today, Henry T. Shanks, or T. Henry Shanks, was appointed Lord Cornet for this, our royal borough. And it gives me great pleasure to invite Henry forward to receive an engraved quaich in honour of these 50 years. This is from the Lanark Committee and the Cornets Club. Henry.
Now, 50 years, girls and boys must seem a very long time. I can tell you it's been all very enjoyable indeed. If you enjoy it, time passes very quickly. I can tell you, more than 80 years ago, girls and boys, I was a young boy standing there where you're standing now. And I just wondered what it was like with the Lord Cornet. Now I can. And so, any one of you can either be a Lanark Queen or Lord Cornet. Just keep your enthusiasm up. And can I say to everyone, for the coming week, 2018 Lanark Lanimers, all the principals, particularly you chairman, the president of the Lord Cornet Club, and the Lord Cornet-elect, may you all have a happy and sunny Lanimer week. And can I add in my good wishes to those people who are there early in the morning on the pavement with little stools and things waiting to cheer us all on the procession. Whether you're in the procession or not, or whether you're on the pavement in the Lanimer lorries, you're all taking part in Lanark Lanimers and making the most famous festival it is. So, happy Lanimers to you all.
Joined with Lord Cornet Ian Hughes and Lord Cornet-elect Gary Winning on the first part of the ancient tradition of the inspection of the royal borough boundaries. which has been unbroken since the 12th century. This was a condition of Lanark being granted the status of being a royal borough by King David in 1140. To the landowners for allowing us to cross their land and for the warm welcome extended by them. To South Lanarkshire Council for their invaluable contribution, not just today, but prior to and during the whole of Lanark Week. To Police Scotland for their support this evening and also throughout Lanark Week. Of course, this includes our good friends from the Mounted Branch for their continued support. To Ross of Lanark for allowing us to use their premises prior to the procession to the cross this evening. To those who have prepared and stewarded the route, cut and distributed the books. To the dancers from Celia Orr School of Dance, who entertained us well this evening at the cross, and also to our two local pipe bands, Colborne IOR and Lanark and District Pipe Band. To everyone who's contributed in any way, on behalf of the Landmark Committee, my most sincere thanks. One year ago tonight, Ian Hughes was installed as the standard bearer for the Royal Borough of Lanark. And I now invite Ian, Lord Cornet, only for a few more moments, well, depends on the length of his speech, to give a report on his year in office and to return the borough standard. Ladies and gentlemen, our Lord Cornet, Ian Hughes.
Distinguished guests, visiting principals, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, members of Lanark Rugby Club. I've been told to keep this brief, but I've been told that before as well. A year ago today, on receiving the Borough Standard, I was told by many that my year would fly by, but nobody told me quite how wet the summer was going to be. Some even say it was biblical. Regardless of the weather, I have had a fantastic year. As it turned out, again due to the weather, moving our Lanimer Day to the Friday last year was a blessing in disguise. With the terrible weather on the Thursday, our first ever Lanimer Day held on a Friday was a great day, and I was extremely proud to lead the Lanimer Queen's procession with our Borough Standard before the crowning of our Lanimer Queen Eve. Following Lanimer Week and over the last year, I have had the privilege of representing our Royal Borough on horseback at the festivities in the following towns across the country: Biggar, Peebles, Kelso, Galashiels, Musselburgh, Coldstream, Langham, Sanquhar, Biggar again, Edinburgh, Berwick, and most recently last Tuesday with the famous Mossball ride in Boyk. Including these great towns where I have experienced a great warmth in their welcome and enjoyed the company of many new friends, I must pay special mention to the principals from Biggar, Peebles, West Linton, Innerleithen, Pennycook, Edinburgh and Sanquhar. I have really enjoyed my time on horseback, and I look forward to attending many more rides in the future years in support of our future Lord Cornets. A highlight of my year was riding up the Royal Mile in Edinburgh last September in front of nearly 25,000 spectators, where I was supported by my front party and others. We almost managed to steal the show with a fantastic picture of us all together. This was also a highlight as I was supported by my great family, wonderful friends, and particularly my Lanark Queen Eve and her family. Your Lanark Queen Eve has also been an outstanding ambassador to our Royal Borough this year, travelling all over the country, wearing her sash with pride and supporting myself at numerous events. Niamh, you and your family will now be friends with me and my family forever, so thank you again for your support. The The life of a Lord Cornet is not a one-man job. It requires the support of a great number of people. The support from my right and left-hand men, Gordon Jess and Gordon Gray, and their wives, Susan and Karen, has been invaluable over the past year. Thank you for your advice, your good humour, patience, but most of all, your friendship. Thank you also to my companion, Derek McGuinness, and his wife, Gail, and Susie's companion, Jennifer Scott, and her husband, Malcolm, for their support and hard work during the last year. To my family, I cannot thank you enough. My wife, Susie, and our wonderful son, Noah, for your love and keeping me grounded and often coming to the rescue, averting many a disaster. My mum, dad, and sister, Debbie, who have also provided invaluable love and support. Their enthusiasm and encouragement has made this a year to remember for our family as a whole. I'd also like to thank our club president, ex-Lord Cornet, Stuart Wilson, and also the many people who have taken the time from principals from other towns for their kind words over the past 24 hours. To our Lord Cornet-elect, Gary, I wish you and your wife, Blythe, a wonderful year. Your passion for Lanark is clear for all to see. I look forward to supporting you as your right-hand man, and I'm sure you will do our Royal Borough proud. Lanimer Queen-elect Anna, your family, and all members of your court, and their families, I wish you all the best for a wonderful Lanimer Day filled with many treasured memories. Our 1 week in June brings out the best in the people of Lanark, bringing people together from far and wide to celebrate a spectacular event. So this Thursday, as you cheer our Lord Cornet Gary and Queen Anna, make some special memories of your own and enjoy what the day has to hold. But most of all, have a very happy Lanimers. Finally, Mr. Chairman, it is with great pride that I now return the Borough Standard as promised 1 year ago, unsullied and unstained.
Well done, Ian. On behalf of the citizens of the Royal Borough, I'd like to thank Ian for carrying out his duties in an excellent and conscientious manner, and for representing the Royal Borough in numerous border festivals, as he has told us about. He's been far and wide travelled. Ian, I hope you enjoy many, many memories. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank his wife Susie for her invaluable support during Ian's year in office. Ian, I thank you for returning this, our Borough Standard, for the last 32 years, unsullied and unstained. And this standard will now go into retirement, only to be allowed out on special occasions, a wee bit like myself. Folks, it gives me great pleasure in introducing our Lord Cornet-elect, Gary Winning. Gary, that's your pal. Gary, I'm sure you will have a great time in your year in office, and you'll be a great and popular standard bearer for the Royal Borough of 2018-2019 for Lanark. Gary, I'm presenting you this, our new Borough Standard. On behalf of the citizens of Lanark, I charge you to carry out the inspection of the remaining march stones and to report back here at Lanark Cross on Thursday evening. You will also represent Lanark at many Royal Boroughs at town common writings and festivals, as well as attending a variety of projects within Lanark. I also charge you to return the standard to the then chair of the Lanark Lanimer Committee 1 year hence, unsullied and unstained. Gary.
Right. Visiting principals, dignitaries and visitors to the Royal Borough of Lanark. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my heart bursts with pride as I receive the Borough Standard for Lanark. The weight of responsibility is heavy, and the honour and pride to know I have been selected as my hometown's representative is incredible, and I thank you for that privilege. As I stand here, I am aware of the history, heritage and traditions that I now become part of, and the many people over many years that have helped shape all of what you see here today. To think that I now become part of a tradition which first began in the year 1140, and that I will now be named alongside people like John Aitken, who was the first named Lord Cornet from 1670. I was brought up in Stone Byres and attended Underbank Primary and Lanark Grammar. After leaving school, I was lucky enough to work abroad for 4 years in places like Greece, Cyprus, Tenerife and Austria. On my return to Scotland, I then moved to Edinburgh. It's only 10 more pages, by the way, it's fine. Throughout my time overseas, I often came home for our Lanimer celebrations. I actually convinced my friend to have their wedding the week after Lanimers, so I could attend both. In 2006, I decided it was time to come home and move back to Lanark. I quickly found employment in the Clydesdale Inn, where 3 years later I became the manager. It was in this role that I realised the importance for businesses to actively take part in their community and the responsibility this involves. The resulted in being involved in setting up the Lanark Business Group, which went on to organise things like the Totally Locally campaign, Late Night Lanark shopping event, which has now become the magnificent Christmas Lanark Parade. So far as Lanark's Lord Cornet-elect, I have already had the pleasure of attending events, not only in Lanark, but in towns all over Scotland, like West Linton, Edinburgh, Peebles, Lotterby, Innerleithen, Curry, Petticook, to only mention some. I have thoroughly enjoyed learning about all their own quirky and unique traditions, and thank them for their fantastic hospitality. However, I might be biased, but I'd say Lanark's are the best. Sorry, bigger. Every Lord Cornet needs an army of people behind him, and I am no different. I would like to pay special thanks to the members of the Lord Cornet's Club, my right and left hand men Ian, his wife Susie, Gordon and his wife Susan. The support and advice and guidance to Blythe and myself has been invaluable. I would also like to thank Aline Stewart as my pinning lady and my sassy lady, the fantastic Margot Murder. I am sure you will have an amazing week along with our Lanark Queen-elect Anna and her crowning lady Ree. My companions, Alan Kennedy and Michael Valentine, and Blythe companions, Alison Dickman, are essential cogs in the Cornet wheel. So if you see them running about during Lanimer Week, give them a wave. Appreciation also has to go to Martha and David Todd for their talent and imagination with our house decorations, and David and his dad Billy for their beer-making brilliance. Massive thanks must also go to the Laswade Riding Centre and the Frame family, who have somehow prepared me to ride a horse. I also need to recognise the wider community of Lanark for their kind words, their gifts, support and donations for tonight's Cornet's reception. Thanks must be given also to my family for their help and commitment, but special mention needs to go to Blythe's parents, John and Diana, for their unwavering support over the last 6 months. Last, but by no means least, I must give a heartfelt thanks to my wife, Blythe, the person who has had more to do than me. Her organising and love of an Excel spreadsheet has been essential in completing all the tasks and preparations critical to making today and this week go without a hitch. It is with great pleasure that I accept the Borough Standard and promise to return it 1 year hence, unsullied and unstained. Thank you very much, and happy Lanimers.
Our sashing lady this year is Margot Murdoch, a well-known lady in the town for her excellent voluntary work in the community. And it is now my pleasure to invite Margot to step forward and sash our Lord Cornet, Gary Money. I'd now like to invite Aline Wilson, wife of our Lord Cornet Club's President Stuart Wilson, to present the Lord Cornet with his badge of office. Aline is well known in the town and is always supportive of community events. Aline. I ask Ian and Stuart if they would like to make the presentation to the sashing lady and pinning lady on behalf of the Lord Cornet's Club. Thank you, gents.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You will be pleased to know that I don't actually say a lot on Thursday, so can I take this opportunity to thank all those who are preparing entries for what should be, if this weather keeps up, an excellent procession on Thursday. And I'd like to wish everyone here a happy Lanimers. I'd now like to conclude this ceremony with singing the song Scots Way, and I'm going to ask ex-Lord Cornet Bill Hutting if he could come forward and if he could lead the song with the members of the Lord Cornet's Choir. I mean, come. God's way.